Guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute, but today's case is actually very shocking to me, because like imagine just trying to air out your opinion. I mean, you, me, your friends, family, I mean, we all talk shit sometimes, because I mean it's normal, right? Sometimes we even talk shit on the internet, in person, whatever, but imagine getting killed for it. When I read this case, I was beyond petrified. I was like, damn, wow. I really should stop like airing out my opinions online. We are talking about 17-year-old Luis Rosales Juan. So a little backstory about Rosales. Rosales was born in Mexico in a town called Novato. He had no dad, no father figure while he was growing up, and his mom was a single mom, and she was just trying to live by doing some other things while taking care of a child as a single mom. So I think she got very stressed on that fact, so she sent Rosales to her mom, that is her Rosales's grandmother, to live with, and for her to raise him and whatnot. But at the age of 15, Rosales dropped out of school and he moved to a town not too far from where his grandmother was living, called Culiacan. So when he moved to Culiacan, he started working by washing cars, being a waiter at some restaurants. But along the line, when he got to like age 17, he was like a star in Culiacan. I mean, a lot of teenagers wanted to be exactly like him, and he got his money at that time through partying. He would take a lot of alcohol, post up pictures with girls, to the extent that he was gaining lots and lots of followers on social media. He had like 30,000 followers on Instagram. On Twitter, he had like maybe 50,000. He had like 300K on another platform. He was hitting it really big, and he was like a social media star or influencer in Culiacan. He was really known, very popular, especially on Facebook. He was so known in Culiacan that he was called the Pirate of Culiacan. He would make videos of him drinking, post it online. He would party with girls that are significantly older than he is and post about them. Also, he would carry like guns. We don't even know if those guns were fake or not. And he was just everywhere. He was like a very big mess at that point. But he had his fans and everybody, that his own sides of people that loved him. He became guest at popular parties, events, and whatnot. He was just being invited to most, like, even social media celebrity events, and he would even host some, actually. And it was very funny because he was known to be young, but he was doing some things that would just make him look significantly older, like wearing fake beards and putting some tattoos on his arms. So he just looked significantly older than he usually does, because he was 17 at the time. But like, when you look at Rosales, he would be looking like he's 25 or 24, probably to hide the fact that he was that much younger than he said or he looks like. Rosales broke the law many times, because even in Mexico, drinking under the age of 21 is not allowed, but he got away with it so many times. So in August of 2017, Rosales got arrested for underage drinking. Well, it was about high time that at least he got punished for his actions. But he got released not too long after, and even during an interview, he said that he wanted to stop drinking and that he wanted to start a career, which is in music. He was passionate about singing as well. But Rosales made a very terrible mistake in December of 2017. He made jest or fun or mocked a drug dealer of a cartel. He was like the head of a cartel called El Mencho. And if you do not know who El Mencho is, El Mencho, who is also called Ruben Osaguera, he actually is the head or the owner of the fastest growing cartel in Mexico, and he is known to be very, very dangerous. He made a video saying, El mencho a mí me la pera vergo, which in their language means El mencho can suck my And I don't even know where this came from actually, because El mencho is and you're like two separate worlds. So I don't know how he thought about this, but in the video it was very obvious that Rosales was very drunk. And like I said, in the past, he would always make videos of him being drunk, talking and saying whatever, and he would post it up online, and it would get a lot of like high views. And El Mencho's cartel is actually one of the fastest growing cartels in Mexico. It was not even around at the time when other cartels were growing, but it was known as like the most violent cartel in Mexico, and it was known as the second most influential or powerful cartel. And it was just very shocking that he would come after El Mencho for no freaking reason, because you're basically coming after a cartel lord at this point, and you don't even fucking know where you're getting into. The name of his cartel was called the De Jalisco Nueva, and which basically means New Generation Cartel, and it had been in existence for 10 years, and it has been known widely and publicly, especially in Mexico, for being so freaking violent. They kill people, they rape girls. There was a time that they raped a 10-year-old girl because it was believed by them that she was the daughter of a cartel lord, another cartel lord, which is like in competition with them. And then they found out later on that the girl wasn't the daughter of that cartel lord. They have killed people on the streets. There was one time that they shot down an army helicopter just so they could not find the boss of the cartel, because they were searching for El Mencho apparently. And they've done other things, killing police officers on duty. It was a very sad case and whatnot. It was so bad, like the cartel is so bad that there has been a bounty on his head from the US of $10,000, which is actually the highest amount that the US has ever put up as a bounty to find someone. And even in his hometown, there's a bounty on his head of 1.3 million pesos, which is basically like 1.3 or $2 million. So this guy is fucking dangerous, okay? Like, we've gotten the picture now that he's fucking dangerous. He has also done other things like stealing crude oil, kidnapping. They have been involved in death of policemen, judges, and people in politics. They have been involved in transporting drugs, not only within Mexico and the US, but also across borders, like in Europe and whatnot. Before he even made this recent New Generation Cartel, he was a member of an old cartel, but because his bosses kept on getting killed, captured, he just decided, oh, I'm just going to make my own cartel. So which is why he's the owner of this cartel apparently, which is like the boom boom in Mexico apparently. In 2011 also, there were like 35 bodies found on the streets of Mexico, and it was linked to the New Generation Cartel. And apparently, like, shocking story, El Chapo was also in the police force, but he got punished and jailed for 3 years for drug trafficking. Moving on to weeks after this video has gone viral and everybody has basically forgotten about it, in December 18th of 2017, Rosales made a video saying that he was going to meet some of his fans, which is in Guadalajara, a metropolitan area in around Jalisco, and it was a bar. He told his fans to meet him at a bar, and I don't know why he did this, because I mean, he probably didn't think he was going to face the consequences, obviously, but you just made fun of a drug lord. I mean, you just like basically put yourself up there to get killed, and you're just making a post online about where you're going to be Really, wow. And apparently, unknown to him, this is where a lot of drug exchanges go on. So, like, that is basically going to be like a head place for anybody that loves or that is associated with elemental to be, obviously. And like, you putting that video out there is just going to make them feel like, oh yes, we got him, we got him now. So the day goes by and Rosales obviously heads to the bar and is enjoying himself when a group of men enter into the bar and start shooting everywhere. And according to sources, it was said that Rosales was the main person they wanted to kill, but there was also a bartender, a waiter, that got shot and died, but Rosales was killed or shot 15 to 18 times, and he was only identified through his tattoo. So which means that, like, 15 to 18 shots, I mean, he was most likely never going to survive that, so he died on the spot. So till date, it's not said or known if El Mencho was actually the one that, I mean, did this, which, I mean, in our heads, we all kind of know why. I mean, all the while, that bar has never been entered to have something like that happen. But all of a sudden, when he posted a video that he was going to be there in a drug cartel exchange location, that happened. And he was the only one that was shot 15 to 18 times. Obviously, we're trying to put two and two together, and there is no evidence to link El Mencho to the crime, and the killers have still not been found, the group of men that entered into the cartel to make those shootings. News outlets and other social media news like accounts were saying that he signed his deal of death. I mean, and like, his fans were also sending their condolences, but they were also like trying to warn people also and saying that he brought this on himself and that he was the cause of what happened to him. And it's just quite sad, really. Mocking El Chapo was not the thing to do, and he took things too far, and which led to his death. So that's going to be the end of today's video, guys. I hope you loved and enjoyed it, and I'll be seeing you in my next video.